Did anybody see the Wonder Woman 1984?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I didn't get a chance to see it. Talk about it.
You go ahead, Quaz.
Hold on. Before y'all talk, I heard, I didn't see it yet, guys, but I heard it was bad. I heard it wasn't, well, not bad. I heard it just was nowhere as good as the first one. But talk to me.
It's not great. It's not great. So yeah, I saw it, and listen, here's the thing though. It starts off really well because they start on, spoilers, they start off on Themyscira, whatever, Paradise Island, and they've got a nice little flashback when she's a kid again doing this contest. So it's that whole vibe from like the first movie. And then they get into modern day where she's in 84, and she has this like mall kind of scene where she's in there kind of like some robber jewelry store, and she's chasing the robbers in the mall and stuff. And you could tell from the very beginning, it's just more kind of slapsticky, kind of like a comic booky kind of feel versus the first one. So that already feels a little disjointed. The style's a little bit, the colors are different. It's a lot more of a brighter movie. Yeah, I mean, and it's longer. So like, and you feel it, at least to me, there's not as much Wonder Woman action in it. And I don't know why. There's like literally this part that's in the second part of the movie where it drags
Can you please say it dragged?
Dragged. Like it dragged for like a good hour. I was like, where's Wonder Woman?
I went to the bathroom 3 times and was still in the same scene.
Bro.
Well, look, if it's as bad as you guys are saying it is, I don't know. They've already announced that they're gonna have a Wonder Woman 3. So
they're doing 3.
And 3 is gonna be a modern. It's gonna be a present day take. I didn't hate the movie. It wasn't great, and it was an okay compliment to the first one. Not a lot of action at all. And I think what Patty Jenkins was really trying to do was create her own Superman from the 80s. You know what I mean? Like she was really trying to give an ode to that Superman.
Let me like the homage. From the news, once again, I didn't see it, but from the news, I kept seeing people compare it to Superman 2. Like they said, they basically explain.
There's a lot of similar themes because the whole thing is like Wonder Woman. You got to see the movie, but Wonder Woman kind of gets depowered because of a wish she makes, and then she loses her powers as a sacrifice. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of the same kind of arc, but it's not like instant like in Superman 2. But the thing you've seen the theme before, and then the main villain was my problem too. The Cheetah character. She starts out okay, but then at the end, that's when it kind of gets to that trash zone where it's like, yo, she looks terrible. That's why they got all these critiques of like, it's like Cats and Wonder Woman combined, because she literally looks like one of the characters from that, from the show Cats or the movie Cats. It's pretty laughable. And then the main villain, is what's his name from The Mandalorian?
Maxwell Lord, Pascal Siakam.
Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. I almost called him
Pedro Pascal. I'm sorry, I forget his name. And he's cool, but it's like they just make him a little too cheesy for me. If you're a fan of the comics, you kind of know, like in comic lore, Wonder Woman actually had to kill Max Lord to stop Superman from he was on a rampage and being mind controlled by Max Lord. So like Wonder Woman lassos Max Lord and says, yo, like, how do I stop you? And he's like, you got to kill me. And that's what she does. She like pops his neck and kills him. And then Superman is back in his right senses. So my point is they made Max Lord this kind of goofier character in the comics. And I get you don't want to just kill the dude like you did in Man of Steel, but they could have given him a little, it could have just felt a little more realistic and grounded like the first one was.
And they should have just chopped his neck there too.
Yeah. What I wish they would have did with Maxwell Lord is keep him, let the villain like be the villain. They try to create this whole, heartfelt moment at the end where he has with his son, because he realized how much, how greedy he was. And it's like, I feel like the movie was trying to send the message. I don't know if it's because of the times that we're in or what, but I just think you just let him be the villain. Like I thought he was a good villain up until the end.
All right, real quick, because we're gonna move to the next topic. But I want to know how you guys feel that it was released on a streaming platform, and that WB announced that they're going to release all their movies that way while it's in the theater at the same time. How do you guys even feel about that? Like, how did you feel not being able to see it in the theater with everybody the way we would normally? Are you pro all this streaming, seeing our big blockbuster superheroes on the streaming platforms first?
Well, let me answer this first, right? On my opinion, you can't blame nobody else but the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? The pandemic is, it's a new lifestyle now. And then actually the pandemic helped out the streaming because now they can move forward with it. Me personally, I miss, me, I'm old school. I'd rather see it in the theaters. But this is something like CDs, cassettes that now they're gone. And now we have to stream music and all that stuff.
Well, no, I enjoy, sorry to interrupt. I enjoy streaming movies, just not certain blockbuster movies, but that's not even what I meant. What I meant is from a business perspective, there's no way they could be financially getting their money back if they release all these movies streaming. And maybe I'm wrong, but there's no way.
I think so. I think probably the streaming will probably work better for them than a movie theater. If you want me to keep it honest.
And I think I think Wonder Woman 2 is probably it set a record for movies this year.
Yeah, for streaming. Yeah, it did. It did.
I gotta look at the
like
numbers.
the most streamed thing in like a few years, they were saying. So it's, to me, yeah, of course I want to see it on the big screen, a movie like Wonder Woman, all the blockbusters. But back to Lou's point, it's like right now it is what it is with the pandemic. As far as the streaming effect, I think that's kind of how like studios are it's the new world. That's how studios are gonna have to gauge, whether they move on with projects. I think that's what happened with how Wonder Woman 3 got greenlit so quickly. You can get instant results versus like box office, it may take a week. And you tally everything. Right, now they're getting like this instant results where it's like, oh, streaming this is dope. People are like streaming the shit out of this. Yeah, we gotta capitalize.
You got people right now who are used to just, you know what? I'd rather watch at home. They're not like us growing up to movie theaters. You got the younger people now that are growing up, and now it's like, yo, I could watch a home theater at home.
And I feel Lou on that because it felt good to just sit down and watch the movie Christmas Day. Just chilling on the couch, not having to step out to the theater. But I am old school, just like everybody else. Like I want to sit down, I want to order popcorn, I want to have that surround sound. That vibe in the theater is just it's you can't really compare it too much to just being at home unless you got a decked out ass crib, you live in a mansion, you live in like Sus One over here. Like
crazy.
I miss the theater, but it felt good to kind of be with family and just sit there and watch it at the crib.